Hello, I am joined by historian and writer Ramachandra Guha, who is here at the Freedom Park in solidarity with the wrestlers who are protesting in Delhi against Brij Bhushan Singh. So, on a day when the new parliament is being inaugurated, and we just saw just hours before that the protesters were detained by the police forcefully. So, what is happening, and what do you think is going to happen now?
So I cannot predict what will happen now, but I think I was deeply moved and inspired by the protest because these are people who have won international fame in an international sport. I mean, sports like wrestling and boxing and badminton are international sports, unlike cricket, which is only played by half a dozen or a dozen countries. And these are women who have struggled against enormous odds to bring honors to the country. And they have been treated brutally, shamefully by the organizers of the Wrestling Federation. And they've been on protest absolutely peacefully with dignity and resolve. And there should be an inspiration for us in standing up for justice and truth and dignity with such resolution and nonviolence. And on this day, for to dismantle the protests brutally, to arrest them, it shows a paranoid and insecure and fearful government. Of course, it shows an arrogant and unfeeling government, but it shows that a government that does not want to see the truth, does not want to face up to the injustices its own people it is protecting, people who are actually ruling party MPs, the injustice that they are perpetrating.
Mr. Goa, our cricketers are known to take a stand on issues that's happening in other countries, especially when it comes to Black Lives Matter and racism. But none of them has spoken
They,
about this
uh,
issue here.
Kapil Dev, of course, is from Haryana, and he's not only a former Indian captain, he was the captain of the first team to Indian team to win the World Cup. So I'm glad he went. But I think it would be more heartening if some current cricketers, took a stand and they weren't so, they are deeply compromised because the BCCI is an extension of the BJP. I mean, Amit Shah's son runs it. It's really Amit Shah effectively runs it by proxies. So maybe they're nervous and scared, but it shows uh, how they lack a spine, and they may be very gifted in batting and bowling, but unlike these wrestlers, they lack a spine. And I think they these the the wrestlers have shown a mirror to all of us, but but also to these cricketers. So I hope some of them, the more intelligent among them, uh, someone like Virat Kohli, who actually is a very intelligent person, will introspect on what has happened because some of them will be following the news. Many may not, but some will be following the news, and we will be seeing how brutally the protest site has been dismantled, and are these medalists arrested. So I hope that some of them introspect and show some solidarity.
You spoke about Virat Kohli, but the last time he spoke for his teammate Mohammad Shami, who was attacked.
But he did it.
Yes.
And he did it after quite a long time. I mean, he took his time and he did it. And let's give him credit that unlike the others, unlike say Tendulkar and others, who never stood up even for his Bombay teammate Wasim Jafar when he was treated shamefully in Uttarakhand. So at least he did it. So I think sometimes it takes time, for them to, because they know they're in a cocoon, they're shielded by their agents and their marketing people, and some of them have a conscience. I think not. I mean, the fact that Kapil Dev went shows that he has a conscience and he cares, and maybe some of them will. But I think regardless of what the cricketers do or do not do, I mean, I think ordinary Indians should salute and admire the wrestlers for their remarkable non-violent protest in the cause of justice and honor. So I think that's what I would. Regardless of cricketers are not really central to what I mean. All of us and all ordinary people, should be taking heart in this.
Thank you so much, Mr. Goa.